This is going to be your guide to making tons of money in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So in these games, it's a traditional method with a new coat of paint. Instead of doing Elite Four rematches, we have the Championship Tournament, and you get some pretty nice money. I mean, look at that, $16,000 for a quick little Pokemon battle. Did you catch it? We can get the 9 times 5 in Pokemon Sword and Shield, insane amounts of money, and that is what this guide is going to be about. Also, don't worry, I know that not everyone has access to the post-game at this time, or maybe whenever they're watching this video, and the Meowth that we use for this guide is a limited time event, so later on, we're also going to be covering the alternative methods for still making a lot of money in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So if you end up enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below, all of that good stuff. But the idea here is that you just get the event Meowth, you get it to level 100, you Gigantamax, use all of your max gold rush. That's all it takes to get 999, but I'm going to show this on Leon's battle because he's tricky. Oh, and before you click off this video thinking that you know everything that's going to be in it, do you know how to get the luck incense? Is your Meowth level 100? Do you even know how to get the event Meowth? Or do you know the currency exchange between Pokédollars and Watts? You might want to stick around because this is tricky, and Aegislash doesn't do us any favors. So, one problem is going to be Ghost-type Pokemon. We need to use a normal type move for the gold rush, and they get in the way. So we kind of have to deal with this in a pretty special manner. Otherwise, just use X Attack. Against all the other trainers, X Attack, slap them around, GG. But this is where things kind of get weird. So I'm using the X Special Defense since Leon can use the Steel Beam attack, and that will one-shot your Meowth. So it depends on what he does. Sometimes he uses it first, other times he goes for the King Shield, and every once in a while he'll throw out Sacred Sword as well, but we live those. And now we just kind of get into some mind games and weirdness. You know, if it wasn't for the Aegislash, also he does have the Pseudo Legendary, which is a Ghost type, it wouldn't be as bad. And also you don't want Dynamax here. That's when you just go for the Shadow Claw, and you hope he doesn't King Shield. AI be whack like that. But now we kind of have speed priority against a lot of his team, and we can tear it up. So that's going to be something that we are going to be using for our advantage. Dragapult. Hey, perfect. He's going to try to use that to his advantage, and then we're going to be good to go. So, once again, we outspeed, slap him with a Shadow Claw, GG. Now, I do have max EVs in attack, and I also have almost max EVs in hit points. Meowth kind of picks him up as he was leveling up along the way, and I didn't have all of the medicine to get him maxed out before then. So, few stray EVs, but for the most part, he's maxed, trying to do as much damage as he can. So, fun thing to know about Leon, he has 5 Pokemon, which means it's time to go. So, Dynamax, G-Max Gold Rush, and that's going to be it. So yeah, depending on how Leon plays, you're going to want to adapt around that, and then you can see all the Pokemon that he has. You don't want to use any items against Inteleon, because Inteleon will Mud Slap you, and then you become slower than Inteleon. So that gets really problematic. You kind of just want to KO Inteleon along the way, and then deal with his Ghost types, as I just did right there. And depending on your Meowth, you might not get the Charizard. Its damage rolls and all kinds of weird stuff. I actually have a plus attack nature that I got with the mints, but then just having a follow-up Pokemon that can take out the Charizard, and you are good to go. Okay, so that's how it breaks down. Also, Leon, he gives us 33,000, and then we get that extra 100k. Pretty insane stuff. So the first thing you want to do is buy EV enhancing drinks, medicine, or whatever it's called, and you can do that right here in Winden. So these are pretty expensive, but since we're making insane amounts of money, it's kind of going to offset. You know, you can get through by using a couple of Gigantamax Meowth battles. Even if Meowth is under-leveled, you know, it doesn't have to be quite level 100 to make it work. Even if you just get 1 or 2 off in a battle before getting knocked out, as long as the rest of your team can complete the challenge, you're going to add up that money. That's when you can go, get the hit points, get more durable, get the proteins, do more damage, and then you're going to be able to snowball it off of that. You're also gaining small amounts of experience. So eventually your Meowth is going to level up and then be able to take on the challenge in full. But how about getting the Meowth? Well, this is a special Meowth that can Gigantamax, and it's a part of an early purchase bonus. So as long as you get Pokemon Sword and Shield between November 15th, 2019 and January 15th, 2020, and then you claim it as a mystery gift, you're good to go. That's all there is to it, and there's a bright side. You do not need an online Switch membership to claim the Meowth. And then to get it, it's pretty simple. It's in the menus, mystery gift. And actually, it says it right there on the website. Mystery gift, get via internet, GG, just like that. So getting Meowth is easy. Getting the EVs also kind of falls into place. What about getting it to level 100? Because levels are pretty difficult. Well, I feel that it is a very worthy investment to use the rare candies that you get from the Battle Tower on Meowth. Because there's a couple things you want to do. You want to get this Meowth very early on in the game. That way you can just kind of payday your way through. Also, gym challenges end up rewarding you with insane amounts of money. And then by the time you make it to the champion battle, by the time you beat the game, make it to the post game, your Meowth is going to be around level 60 something, depending on how much training and grinding you've done. Well, when you do the Battle Tower, you get 30 rare candies for making it to the Master Ball tier, so I recommend that what you do is you get your Meowth to a high enough level to where you can dump all of your candies, get to level 100, and then farming hundreds of thousands of Pokédollars is super easy, just like I showed. But that's not the end of it, because the second you are able to make it to Holeberry, you need to head down here, you need to go to this merchant. She sells incense, and that is where you get the luck incense, and you know what? It seems like a pretty good investment to me. An item to be held by a Pokemon, it doubles prize money received if the holding Pokemon joins a battle. You're going to make 11,000 off of this real quick. But we're not all champions, and not everyone has the level 100 exclusive event Meowth, so how else can you make money in Pokemon Sword and Shield? The wild area. So this is going to be your new best friend, because you can buy luxury balls from him. And this is what gives you an insane conversion rate on the watts. So 100 watts is a luxury ball. Luxury ball costs 3,000 Pokédollars, which means the sellback is going to be 1,500. So 1 watt equals 15 Pokédollars, and you can just kind of scale that everywhere else in the game. That if you find a strong Pokemon that has a glowing aura, you get 300 watts, or, you know, close to 300 watts after an encounter with that Pokemon. Well, you just made 4,500 Pokédollars, and if you have a Meowth, you can feint it, and then make even more money on top of that. And another way to pick up some quick watts in the wild area is by checking out glowing dens that don't have a Pokemon inside of them. You get 200 watts. Congratulations, that's 3,000 Pokédollars. Nothing you need to keep an eye out for are hidden items. So you're just looking for sparkles. They can be around trees, they can be on shorelines. I like the shorelines because you can find pearls, big pearls, pearl strings. At the bases of trees, there's also going to be sparkles sometimes. You can find tiny and big mushrooms. And then by rock faces and outcrops, there's a chance that you can get like comet shards, stardust, and make money that way. So it's mostly just about kind of like chaining everything together to just end up with a lot of money. I had like $200,000-$300,000 in Pokédollars waiting for me because I had 18,000 watts. So I cashed in all those watts, turned them into luxury balls, flipped it over, and boom, made a lot of money that way. So if you do interact with a den that has a Pokemon, so any traditional Dynamax wild area shenanigans going on that's a beam of light emitting from it, you interact with that, you get 2,000 watts. So 2,000 watts, that's big money. That's going to be 30,000 Pokédollars, which is definitely going to help out on your adventure. So while it isn't as insane as getting over 100,000 Pokédollars in a few minutes in a championship battle or anything, still pretty nice. And these respawn, and then you just kind of hang around, hope that you end up finding some pearls or some extra money like that. I mean, that's kind of it. You know, Meowth is really strong. That payday is always money when you need it. The luck incense for just kind of battles and stuff is also going to be really nice. And then you just kind of run around and hope you find things. But also, you will find NPCs. If you see an NPC in the wild area, talk to them, and they can give you items in exchange, then those items are generally going to be worth more than the watt value you would have gotten with luxury balls. But the luxury ball is kind of the biggest thing about it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to note that a max raid battle does not count. That, oh, if you're thinking, man, what if I just go to max raid battles all day long and I'm starting to farm extra money on top of it? No, any place that you cannot earn money, such as the Battle Tower or max raid battles, do not work with max gold rush. So it's pretty limited what you can do with the Meowth, but just kind of like cycling through, getting that extra money, and I think that's going to be it. Any like little extra bits of information that kind of matters or kind of doesn't, like just use Payday and then you make money, but Payday is 5 times the Pokemon's level. So a level 100 Pokemon gets you 500 Pokédollars for each use of Payday. Now, this scales up pretty well because with the luck incense, you're getting 1,000 Poké Dollars per payday, and it seems like the max gold rush is specifically calculated. That's going to be 170 times, but then when you use it with the incense or a way of doubling it like the amulet coin, you get 340,000. Multiply that by 3, you just barely hit 999. So, you know, if it was like 165, that's a weird number. So it seems to be like that quick, even number that gets you to a max cash stack when you go for a full 3-turn Gigantamax. I don't know if that was Rain or Sparkle. That's a Sparkle. Max Revive. I mean, you could sell that if you want. So there we go, guys. Tell me what you think. Did you get the Meowth to level 100? Are you having a blast making insane amounts of money? If not, Wild Area. Play in the wild area, and then if you want to, you can use your watts for like beneficial effects, or you just sell it and make money. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.